good to meet you. How you doing?
Very well, thanks. Yeah, good.
Glad to be here.
I am, yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The face of Behind the Face?
I know, the face of behind the face. No, it's a really cool collaboration and partnership.
Yeah.
And I've been, I feel very privileged to have been asked by Clinique to promote some of their new products.
Yeah.
But it feels like a really natural fit to. It sounds bizarre on the one hand to be sort of in my line of work to be promoting a luxury face cream, but the reality is, this is when I go to some very harsh environments, getting weather beaten is quite a big concern. So I naturally I'd use sunblock and moisturise anyway. So why not promote that and show people that there's nothing to be stigmatised or nothing wrong with looking after your skin.
Yeah, 100%. And how, after all those exciting trips around the world, when you come back to London, how do you deal with the kind of mundane, day-to-day life of...
You know what? Sometimes I wish I had a mundane day-to-day life in London. It's all, to be honest, when I'm in London, it's the busiest time I've got. It's all really crazy. Obviously, when I get back from a journey, I then have to write a book.
Yeah.
And it's usually pretty intense.
That's the hard part then.
Deadlines, it is, yeah. And then there's all the promotion and so on that goes with that. So, especially when the program goes on TV, then things don't
all kicks off.
Settle down for a while. So.
Yeah. So I'm now self-employed. I
Yeah.
became self-employed on my wedding day, actually, stupidly.
Congratulations.
Much to the amusement of my father-in-law. But my biggest enemy can be myself sometimes. If I wake up, have a bad day or a bad morning, it just gets worse and worse and worse if you don't kind of correct that train of thought. So what advice would you have to someone who has themselves as the biggest challenge?
Well, I can certainly empathise. I guess the closest thing that I ever had to a stable job was being in the army. But it was, I had a boss and I was kind of told what to do, and actually that was quite easy because you don't really have to think too much. You sort of know where you've got to be, you know what you've got to do. And when you're in that hierarchy, life's pretty simple. But when you have only got yourself, when the buck stops with you, you have to be a lot more disciplined. And I remember when I became self-employed, I set up a business, an expedition travel company, and you really have to be motivated. There's no such thing as a day off. You're constantly working, you're constantly thinking about work, and that can be sometimes a bit overwhelming. I think the key is to be disciplined enough as to know when to stop and to know when to say, right, I'm having today off. So factor that in. It can be hard, but I think it's important to factor in a bit of rest, if only for your sort of personal well-being, really.
So what do you do? Do you have kind of a take 2 days off a week, 1 day off a week, or do you say this week I won't do this because I've been doing this for the last 4 months?
Yeah, I think it's just important to plan. It's important to manage your time. It's important to factor in a bit of fun as well, because otherwise you can just get bogged down with it's just getting overly stressed by work. At the end of the day, everybody else has a day off occasionally, so you deserve it as well. Yeah.
Cool. And any words of wisdom for someone who might want to try and not do exactly what you do, because it's probably quite a dangerous thing to do, but someone who wants to push themselves or travel somewhere they haven't gone before, or try something they've never tried before?
Yeah, I encourage anyone to give it a go. I think I've always been a bit of a natural risk taker. I don't mean just sort of going to dangerous places. What I mean is, I guess just having the guts to just say, you know what, I'm going to do this, and sort of to hell with the consequences. And sometimes I think that's what you need to do to achieve things. And so if anyone's wavering, whether that's going to become self-employed or just wanting to go and visit a new place, the hardest thing is just getting to that. Taking that first.
Just doing it.
Just doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's your own mental obstacles that you're going to get over. But just go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. And you've also travelled a fair bit on these 2 trips, and also previous to that as a photographer explorer. What has been your favourite country and why? I had to ask it, but
yeah, that's quite tough. I don't know. I think I've travelled in 80, 90 countries now, so to pick one would be hard.
Regions or people that stuck out?
Well, I think one of my favourite places has to be the Himalayas. It's where I was last year. It was a great opportunity to go and revisit. I've travelled a lot in the Himalayas before, but to actually go and do this journey through 5 very different countries and share that experience with other people through writing a book, through making a TV series was great, because might inspire other people to go and visit a country like Nepal,
Yeah.
which is poor enough as it is, but then obviously with the enormous earthquake they had there last year, I think it's important to encourage people to go and visit places that just really rely on foreign visitors.
Okay. And on the flip side, anywhere, not the worst place you've been to, I guess a harsh thing to kind of label the country with, but any countries you've gone to that have been underwhelming or not quite lived up to the expectation, can be anywhere in the world.
Yeah. Feels really bad to say.
Wales, Scotland.
No, I couldn't say that.
Although it's different, I guess is a better way of saying it.
I've been to Egypt 5 times, and every time I've been, I've always said I'd never want to go back.
Yeah.
Just because it's so much, it's so overwhelming, and sadly the country's sort of falling apart a bit at the moment. So I have to say that's a place. I'm sure I will go back.
Yeah.
If they'll let me know I've said that, but I'm not in any rush.
Okay. Cool. And my dad was also in the parachute regiment, as were you, I believe, for a number of years. He actually is extremely scared of heights and falling, and hated every single jump he ever did out of a plane.
I totally sympathise with him.
But he said that the best thing was the camaraderie and the fact that he had friends from 20 years ago that are still friends with him now.
Yeah.
What was the main thing that you took from the army that you now kind of use in everyday life or on the trips you go on?
First of all, I can't stand parachuting.
Yeah.
I hate heights. I don't really like flying all that much.
Do you skydive any?
Not if I can help it. No, those days are over, I think. But I think the army was a great experience. I got to travel to some amazing places, and most of my mates these days are friends from the army who've also subsequently left. I set up a business with a mate from the army. Guys that I travel with these days have all been in the army. So I think it just gives you this great network of friends and colleagues and companions and people that you can rely on. Most people I work with, I guess in my line of work, are either serving or former army guys.
Yeah.
And because wherever you go in the world, there's always some random ex-para somewhere in the jungle.
I think we're in Cyprus once, and on a beach in the middle of nowhere, and my dad's ex-sergeant walked past, and it was just absolutely, yours must have been millions of one, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but it never surprises me. I've been to some of the most remote places in the world, and there's always one lurking around somewhere.
Oh yeah, cool. And then these trips you go on, obviously you're away for months at a time, going through some pretty horrendous places, and in the sun, in the cold, everything changes. What do you do for your skincare when you're, because obviously Africa and the Himalayas are two very different environments. What did you take with you, and what would you want to take with you if you did a trip again?
I think it's important. Well, firstly, both Africa and the Himalayas, yes, different environments, but you're still exposed to, extremes of temperature, extreme heat. In somewhere like the Sahara, obviously you're expecting to be blasted by the sun and get a bit of a tan, so it's important to have sunblock. But likewise, up a mountain, it might be freezing cold, but you've still got those UV rays, so it's just as important to have SPF in those conditions as well. And just to make sure you don't get completely weathered and haggard before your time, just important to moisturise. And so, it's great some of the products that have come out from Clinique, which is the 2-for-1, so you can moisturise and have sunblock at the same time and look after your beard.
There we go. And the beard, keeping it. I think last time I saw you were clean shaven. I'm pretty sure. You were first shaven about a year, but you.
I don't shave unless I can help it. To be honest. No, especially out in the field, it's just. Maybe I'm just a bit lazy, but I quite like not having to shave, to be honest.
Has the look as well of an explorer, so it's kind of
a
clean shaven explorer kind of raises a few eyebrows of.
Yeah.
So you had time to shave, but you couldn't feed yourself.
Exactly. So no, the beard's staying for now.
Yeah, and the big question, which I don't know yet, the answer to is, what is your next adventure?
What's my next
adventure? After Glasgow and the stag party.
Yeah, we've got that coming up. But no, I'm off to walk the length of Central America.
Oh wow!
Walking all the way from Mexico to Colombia, so the whole of
straight across. America. Is that through the Amazon, or is it just north?
No, it's basically sort of border with North America, all the way down to South America through 8 different countries, Yeah, all sorts of
Central
environments,
Sea,
jungles,
Oh, some
mega
interesting
cities,
countries in the
lots of
in the
drug,
mix.
drug lords and all the
Yeah.
rest of it. But
Yeah.
should be cool.
What's the main obstacle or obstacles that you found in planning the trip?
There's a bit of bureaucracy involved. There's
Yeah.
a few borders that aren't technically open, so it's
Yeah.
trying to find ways of making them open. One of one of the biggest explorers' nemesis of all time has always been the Darien Gap, which is this infamous stretch of jungle between
Yes.
Panama and Colombia, which not many people have travelled across, let alone legally. So getting across that
And
will be a
come out the other
challenge.
side.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's going to be
So
interesting.
we shall see if I actually make it across.
Yes. Good health insurance, I hope.
Yeah,
Travel
hopefully I won't
insurance.
need it. But yeah.
Cool. Brilliant. Look forward to seeing it.
Thanks very much.
Cool. Thanks a lot
Cheers.
for talking to me.
Thank you.
Cheers.